is a mess. You used to wear the pants, now you're wearing a dress. You feel like enough is enough, and you're tired of wearing the handcuffs. Cause you no longer run your own house. You wanna be a man again. Come and join Mouse. Mouse, 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 Mouse. Mouse, 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 mouse. Man, I like that intro, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mouse Show. I'm King Ricky. Barry, the show started.
I'm King Ricky. Barry. Barry. Ooh, man. Ooh, whoa.
Easy distracted by twerking.
Man, ooh, man.
I guess that's what got you, huh?
Man, that's my favorite part, body part. Oh no, I ain't gonna even lie, dude. They got, woo, man.
That's hypnotized, yeah.
Man, woo.
I'm like looking over. I'm like, dang, he ain't paying attention.
Man, I forgot we was doing the show for a second. My mind was somewhere else, dude. It was like in my bedroom with one of them women.
Or two.
Yeah. Man.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah, but everybody, as you can see, my brother was distracted by the intro.
Yes.
And you probably have guessed by now what today's show is about. It's about twerking.
You know.
Oh man. So, I was thinking about this one day, man, because I said, what is the deal with the twerking, man? Because like, I don't want people thinking I think there's something wrong with twerking, but I just feel like there's a time and a place for everything. And sometimes people go so overboard with the twerking. Why is it everybody goes overboard? First, it started off in our community, of course.
Yes, it did.
Now it's spread out to every other community, and everybody else is twerking now.
Yeah.
Do they even know why they're twerking?
They don't. Is it because, like you said, followers?
Of course. And I say it a lot throughout all my shows that people are followers. And people see other people doing stuff, they want to do it too. Like I was watching something about the Olympics. Did you see that? These girls are twerking in the Olympics.
They were twerking in the Olympics?
Yeah.
Were they competitors?
Yes.
Like people who participated in the Olympics were twerking. Why were they twerking? Did they win a gold medal?
Yeah. So they decided to twerk to celebrate, I guess.
Wow.
I'm like, that wasn't even called for.
I'm twerking at the Olympics?
I know. You worked all those years to get to the Olympics. You made it. You won a medal. And you decide, I think this is a good time for me to twerk.
You're not going to be remembered by winning the medal. You're going to be remembered by twerking.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
For real. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. I remember one time I saw this show I was watching. I can't remember what it was, but this lady said, when my son graduated from high school, I started twerking like it was something cool.
What?
Who wants to see a 50-year-old lady twerking?
Maybe an 80-year-old man, but I don't want to see that.
Me either. I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Because in my mind, I'm going, okay, you're twerking. So what does it mean?
Well, I did a little bit of research on that.
Okay.
I don't know what it means when they do it.
Yeah.
But I did a little bit of research on it, and it recently started in the United States in 1993 during the bounce genre of music, a variation of hip hop that originated from the state of New Orleans.
Yep.
Now, some think it was used for the first time. Twerk appeared in a recorded song by an artist called Mapuka.
Okay.
The word twerk. He was the first one to coin that phrase.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know, New Orleans is a party city. So I can see it starting down there.
Yeah.
They love partying down there. And, there's nothing wrong with twerking, but it's just that I feel like the same with our music, man. Rap started off, in the inner city. It branched out, and now everybody think they can rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not genuine anymore, man. Now it's just weird.
Yeah.
Rap used to be like, you could feel it. You know what I'm saying? When it first came out, you could feel wherever neighborhood it was from, you could feel it, man. You're like, dang, they from New York, or they from Cali, or they from Atlanta, or they from Texas. Like wherever the music came from, you could feel the roots of those people that was making the music.
Yeah. And that it had to come from I think it came from the Ivory Coast or something like that. But that it had to come from the motherland.
Yeah.
You could just tell, man, because it looks too much like those dances that they do down there. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
does.
looks too much, man. I mean, it has to be a derivative of something that was started down there, and it just grew.
Evolved
Yeah.
to what it is now.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about the twerking overall, though? Because, like, you know, when it's certain situations, like, you know, in our intro, you know, it's okay to do it in a setting like that because they're dancing for a reason. But what about people that just do it just for the heck of it and don't even know why they're doing it?
I know, man. Actually, I have something later on coming on about that, but I don't know. It's crazy, dude. It's kind of like when you talk about followers and stuff. When I listened to music back in the 80s when gangster rap came around and stuff, even though we grew up in the hood, like when I hear about screw the police and when I hear about people robbing banks and throwing up signs, when I hear it in a song, it's entertainment. I didn't want to go do it.
Right.
If it had a nice beat and nice lyrics, I listened to it, but I didn't want to go do it.
Exactly.
But with this twerking thing and stuff of the like, people just want to go do it just because.
Just because.
No reason behind it.
No reason. That's the thing that got me tripping because, like, I understand that, you know, a lot of people like seeing it. You know, I'm not saying I don't like seeing it. I'm just saying that it's gotten to the point where it's watered down.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff get watered down too much. Like, people are twerking for anything now.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, as a woman, do you feel right if your dad is watching you and you shaking your butt like that?
No, they can't.
Would you feel right if your mom see you shaking your butt like that?
Man, nah.
And what about the little kid that graduated? Do you think he felt proud? He graduated behind you. That's embarrassing.
Man, I was looking at something on a social media site, dude, and there was this lady. She was at I think she was at a wedding or something like that, and she probably was about 50 years old, and she started twerking. Probably she could have been at least 45, 50. She started twerking, and then some young teenager came behind her.
Wow.
Yeah, and she had a body too, and he was like working it, dude.
Are you serious?
She had a son who was about 15. He came and pushed that dude off of his mother.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. The teenager that was getting behind her, how old would you say he was?
If our son was 15, homeboy could have been 18, 20.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm making, that's the reason why I'm saying this. You remember we did our show about teaching messing with kids. Remember I said,
Ooh.
People know what they doing.
Yes, yeah, you got a point
That's
there.
why I asked this out of curiosity. I was wondering if she's the same age as his son since I was 15 because we did a show about teachers messing with kids, and I was like, when somebody's 17 or 18, maybe even 16, they know what they're doing. And it's a prime example. He got behind it. Nobody told him to go do that. He did it on his own because guess what? At that age, your hormones are racing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew exactly what he
And
was
who
doing.
knows, given the chance, he probably could have took care of it too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, because as a son, wouldn't that make you mad?
Yeah, heck
My mother
yeah.
had more class than that. She would never
Yeah,
do no
no.
stuff like that. There's no way.
But yeah, that's the culture, the twerking culture where it's okay to do
know.
it for whatever reason.
And it's every culture, like everybody, every nationality, I should say, is doing it. And for every reason, it's like they half the time don't probably even know why they're doing it. They just see that everybody else be twerking. I think I'm gonna do it too. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and it is crazy, dude. Like, I'll appreciate it when I do see it if the woman has something to work with.
Yeah.
But when you ain't got nothing to work with and you twerking, like, come on, man. Like, you ain't got nothing back
What would it
there.
be called if you?
It ain't working or something. I don't know. I don't know what it would be called, dude.
That
But
is funny though. We see somebody that ain't got nothing and they try to do it. You're like, come on now.
yeah, man, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, you don't
You
need
trying
to
to
be doing it.
Nah, that should be probably a rule. Like, you got to have something back there if you want to twerk.
Yeah. So just to get it clear, I'm not against twerking. Matter of fact, if you have a nice rear end and you want to twerk for the intro of the mouse show, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they might want to,
They might want
especially if they got something. Like you said, they got something
You know
little back
what I'm
there,
saying? For
got
real.
something to work with.
Just don't do it for stupid reasons. That's all I'm saying.
But this is a good reason,
And if you do want to see more twerking, what should they do?
man. We need to comment, like, subscribe, and share to Mouse ENT on YouTube. That's what they need to do.
Because I know some of y'all dudes out there who women be, scaring y'all a little bit. When you watch that intro, you probably was sweating a little bit there.
And he probably ain't got none in a while either, so he probably got something else going on down there too.
They probably rewinded a couple of times. Go ahead, do it. We ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
We'll bring more of this to you if you want it. If you want to see it. You know
a whole lot more.
So all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel. It don't cost you nothing.
Nope.
Be the first one to see the twerking.
Yep.
Do you have anything for this twerking thing that you want?
Yeah, it's a quick one.
Is it a bonehead or is it something else?
It could be considered a bonehead. It could be considered a
But we
bonehead.
ain't gonna. Okay, so we're not gonna do the bonehead segment then.
Okay.
We'll just see what you got.
Yeah, man. There was this woman in Australia who tried to break the Guinness Book of World Records longest twerk.
Okay.
She did it in 2 hours and 1 minute, and she didn't break the record. The crazy thing about it is, later on that night, when she went home to her husband, he asked her for some, and she couldn't do it because she was too tired from trying to break the record. Yeah. So, yeah.
Man, that's crazy. What was the record? Do you know?
It was like 3 hours.
Whoa. Dang. That is a long time.
Yeah.
Man,
Sitting there twerking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time, man.
3 hours.
How did they even come up with a record for this, though?
I guess they take somebody out there. I guess they got people out there with information about everything.
Dang, that's
records
crazy.
to be
When
broken.
you think about it,
Never thought about it until I was looking up the
who
story.
wants to break the twerk record?
I know.
That is crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they see somebody at a party or something. She was twerking. She's like, oh man, she might be able to get the records. She was twerking at the party all night or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe they just got people in the field. Just there's somebody, man, looking for everything.
Yeah, that's
I never would have guessed it either until I was looking at the story when I was looking at the topic and I was
That's
writing
crazy.
stuff down. I was like, what?
That is crazy.
Would have never
man.
guessed.
I would have never guessed that either. I know her husband was pretty mad though.
Yep.
I wonder if he was there when she was doing it.
Man, it would have been sad if he was there. He got all worked up thinking something was going to happen later
right?
on. And yeah.
That's messed up. So what do you think about twerking overall though?
Look, I ain't going to even lie, man. Like, if I'm somewhere out that has music going and a woman is twerking and she giving it to me, man, one of the last places I went to, I remember, it's been a while, but one of the last places I went to, a person gave it to me who was twerking and they had a lot to give.
She was very generous.
Oh man. Woo. She had a lot to give, man. She should have been twerking.
Damn.
Yeah. But overall, you asked me, I think it's cool, man, in a certain environment.
Right.
Like in a party situation, at somebody's birthday party or inside of a club or something like that. Yeah. But if you in a supermarket and you looking at cereal and you decide to start twerking,
Yeah.
come on, something wrong with that.
I mean, if you like a stripper or something, I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But you shouldn't be some mama going to your son's graduation twerking.
No.
That's embarrassing. Like that's all I'm saying. Do it at an appropriate time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying do it when it's appropriate. Don't be out here embarrassing people and doing it when it's uncalled for and unnecessary, like the Olympics.
Yeah.
Come on, you worked hard for that medal. Why would you do that?
And now that's what you're going to be known for.
Yeah.
The girls who were twerking in it. And you won a gold medal on top of that. And and we're talking about your twerking, not your performance getting the gold medal. That's what we're talking about. You're twerking.
Come on, man. That makes no dang on sense, man. But anyway, man, we're going to get to one of my favorite parts of the show. I like the whole thing, really.
I love it. You like it, I love it.
I guess, this is the way to end the show, but I love these 10 mouse commandments.
Yes, I love them. Yeah, I'm glad we actually sat down and decided to do this for the show.
Yeah, me too, man.
Man, this is the whole show I love too, but
Yeah.
this is one of my favorite parts as well.
What's commandment number 1?
Fellas, mouse commandment number 1, thou shalt not ever let a woman tell you how to drive.
Has that happened to you?
Yep. Very recent too.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I'll just say I just said I'm driving and gave her a look.
That's all you got to do. Mouse commandment number 2. Thou shalt not ever hold your woman's purse while shopping.
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Not a good idea.
Uh-uh.
Mouse commandment number 3, thou shalt not ever, and I mean ever, wear pink. Ever.
Ever. Mouse commandment number 4. Thou shalt not ever wear skinny jeans or sag pants past your butt. Now I'm always getting on people about sagging pants past the butt. But what about the skinny jeans? Why you want jeans that tight on you in the first place? And they're skinny.
That's crazy.
I mean, they can't be comfortable.
Nope.
But what's the weirdest part about it? How about the people that wear skinny jeans and sag?
That is, I see that a lot too.
Yeah.
And you have a belt on. What is the belt holding up? They so dang tight, you don't need a belt.
Exactly. That don't make no sense, man. Cut it out.
Yeah, they need to cut it out. For real. Oh, man. Mouse commandment number 5. Thou shalt not ever say happy wife, happy life.
In fact, I have my own saying. Have you heard it before?
I think I have.
Plenty of loving makes a happy husband.
Yes. Yeah, that smile, huh? There's a lot of fellas out there who watching right now who probably ain't.
Yeah, they probably ain't a happy husband right now.
No, because they ain't getting none.
Yeah.
That's sad, man. Like I'm single, so I'll get some and it's not my choice. But if I'm in the house with somebody and I'm not getting none, that's a problem. It might have to become transactional where I might have to go pay for it if that's the case. Man. Crazy.
Oh, man. What's next?
Number 6.
Oh, okay. Dang, see, I got it all throughout because I was thinking about happy husband stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man. Hey.
My mind started wandering a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you probably going to be getting some later on, brother.
Mouse commandment number 6. Thou shalt not ever wear makeup, fingernail polish, or women's underwear.
No, not a good look.
None of those things you should be doing, especially the fingernail polish. We're on a mission to stop this fingernail polish stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, really? I'm getting tired of seeing men with their fingernail polish. Matter of fact, you know, I want to make a comment real quick. People make excuses about trying to act like this is cool. I've never, and you know I have daughters.
Yes.
Never sat down with my daughters and put on fingernail polish. Never. I never thought about it. I never wanted to. My daughters never even said, Dad, you want to put some fingernail polish? They already know. Dad ain't putting on no fingernail polish.
Yeah.
As a man, just because you have daughters, you don't have to act like you got to do what they're doing. Why can't girls have their own lane?
Yep.
And boys have their own lane. And I hate this dad, what they call it, girl dad crap too.
Yeah.
Why can't I just be a father?
I agree.
Don't call me no girl dad. I'm just dad.
That's true, man. If she wants to learn, if she wants to put fingernails on somebody, let her put it on her mother.
Yeah.
That's what she should be practicing, or a doll or something.
But matter of fact, I mean, girls ain't got to be wearing fingernail polish anyway till they get to a certain age.
Yeah.
You don't need to be wearing no makeup. I hate when these women let their kids wear makeup and fingernail polish. Oh, they just playing. Nah, you're doing too much. Yeah. People need to let kids be kids. You're going to have plenty of time to put on nail polish and makeup once you become of a certain age. Because from that point forward in the rest of your life, you can wear that stuff forever. Let the little space that they're children, just let them remain children.
Yeah, growing up too fast can be dangerous.
It can.
Because that's how people are, though. Sometimes they want to grow up so fast, and then when they get old, they want to be young again.
Exactly. That's how it is. That's how it is, man.
Oh, man. Mouse commandment number 7. Thou shalt not ever constantly text or call your woman to check in.
Don't do it.
Don't.
Don't let them reel you in like a fish.
They good at that, dude. They'll
Call me one.
Yep. They'll ask you once, and then next they'll ask you, then they'll ask you, then they'll assume you're going to do it, and then when you don't, it's a problem.
Hey, but they'll be slick though with it, because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna be like, hey, call me on your way to work. It'll be just on the way to work first.
Yep.
They'll be like, call me when you make it there.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll be like, call me on your lunch break. They're gonna keep adding stuff to it.
Yep.
Next, you calling and texting all the time.
Yeah, dude. And it's funny, dude, because when I go through something like that, if I'm like seeing somebody, I won't do it.
I've never done it.
And if they get mad, oh well.
Exactly. Exactly. You ain't gonna be controlling me.
Nope.
Mouse commandment number 8. Thou shalt not ever give your woman the password to your cell phone. But women be sneaky though. You ever seen, I was watching TV a couple times. They was like, oh, I put his thumb on the phone when he was sleeping. I went through all this stuff.
What?
Yeah.
It's not surprising though.
I seen that where a girl said the dude had a little thumb thing, for his little password, and she put his thumb on it, and he didn't even know he sleep. His little phone opened up, and she looked all through his phone.
Oh, wow. Why would you even have to do something like that to somebody? Like, I'm not even.
Man,
that's
you know what?
just
Some people are so insecure. Oh, you should say.
Yeah, like, why would you even? I've never gone through any female's phone who I've ever been with.
Me either.
Never.
But the thing about it is, though, See, I've been in a relationship with a crazy person before. This is how I know about this stuff. That's what I'm trying to warn people, because it goes from the stuff that we're talking about to getting worse and worse and worse. My ex ended up going through my pictures and tore all my pictures up.
Wow.
Of the girls. Yeah, I was hot. I was heated, man. I was like, that's my past. Those are people that I knew in my past, and you tore all the pictures up and I can never get those pictures back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You don't even want it to get to that point.
Nah, man. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like everybody have like history.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's just doesn't make any sense.
Guess what? We were together at that time. We broke up, and my life has moved on. Your life has moved on. So what was the point of tearing up the picture?
Yep. I ain't with you no more.
Yeah. And you did all that. So this is why I'll be trying to warn y'all, man. Don't let stuff start from one small thing and gradually grow to things like that.
Yeah, they can get bad, man. That's where a lot of it starts. And it can get real bad if you don't nip a lot of stuff in the bud, man.
Exactly, man.
And if she ain't riding with it, then like I say, it's a whole bunch of people. You just need to find somebody else that she ain't riding with how you roll.
I almost went to jail that day. I ain't gonna even lie, but I was heated. I ain't gonna lie. But I just didn't want to go to jail though.
How long were y'all, like, did you kind of already see signs to where it might have been over before this, or is this like a turning
stuff
point?
Like this. The little texting and calling and doing all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, that we be talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I be saying. This is experience.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you see it grow from one little thing to getting bigger, bigger, bigger. But the thing about me is this. I will never stay in a relationship like that. And I wasn't in it long. I mean, I saw the crazy and I got out. Some
Good
people,
you did.
Yeah, some people get into the crazy and they stay in the crazy.
They never leave.
Never leave. And that wasn't going to be me.
Man, good you were strong enough, because there's some fellas out there watching right now who got something going on like that.
Help me.
We can't hear you. But we can hear you if you make a comment.
Exactly.
Make sure your girl don't have the password to your email.
Yeah, for real, man.
Mouse commandment number 9. Thou shalt not ever let a woman treat him like a child.
Yeah, that's part of it too.
Yeah.
See? Have you noticed all this stuff is coming together?
It is.
It's all a part of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Control.
Yep.
Don't let it happen.
Mm-mm.
And finally, mouse commandment number 10. Thou shalt not ever. I have to make sure they heard me.
Yeah.
Ever.
I see your back moving. You just bringing it all in.
I'm like bringing it from the gut.
Yeah.
You know what the singers do? They bring it out.
Yeah.
Ever wife up a woman with a high body count. I'm trying to make them feel this one, man.
Yeah.
Because you need to be realistic with yourself.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, you might be messing around with this woman, having your little fun or whatever, but I'm going to tell you something right now. If you ever had that woman for your wife, boy, you talk about happy wife, happy life, is exactly what you're not going to have.
It ain't going to nothing happy about it, dude.
You ain't
and
going to be nothing happy about it.
And if you're kind of like an experienced man where you've dated a decent amount of women and you've talked to them, you know, there is no way a woman with a high body count is going to be able to hide that from you.
Exactly. Every time you see somebody, they be saying hi to your woman, you be like, is this another one?
And you know what, dude? Even if she's the best liar in the world, an experienced man, he's going to be able to pick up certain pieces of her story and he's going to be like, nah, this don't add up.
Exactly.
I don't care how good of a liar she is. You'll be able to know that she has a high body count.
But wouldn't it be weird if, like, every time you go somewhere, somebody be like, hey, what's up? Someone be smiling. You're like, what is going on?
I've never had that happen, but dude, it would be an uncomfortable feeling.
Exactly. I wouldn't like it.
I mean, because just think, I mean, she could have been, say for instance, if she was a stripper and nobody in her life knew but her, and who knows what she was doing, turning tricks inside the strip club that nobody knew about. You never know.
Stuff about the past is the past.
Yeah.
Don't give me that. Only people say that when they're guilty of stuff. Oh, that's in the past.
Yeah.
Don't give me that.
Yeah. Only God can judge me, huh?
Yeah. We don't want to get into that one. We will get there though.
Yeah, one day.
But anyway, if you're going by these 10 mouse commandments, man, I'm giving you props for being a strong man.
Strong.
A smart man. A man who has testicles. And if you're not, and you got some little bitty testicles, but you want to be a man again,
come and join Mouse.